So when we're talking about same difference, what we mean by that is, so let's say let me choose an obvious one that usually is a little bit easier to understand. Let's say I choose 7/8 and 99 100ths. All right, now, 7/8 and 99 100ths. Both of these are only missing one piece, right?
Oh.
They're each missing only one piece.
So they're both equal, so you do an equal sign.
They're not equal. Are the hundredths the same size pieces as the eighths?
No.
No. So think about it. 99 hundredths. It's missing only one piece, but is it a really small piece or a big piece?
Really?
It's a teeny tiny piece. Now come over here to the 7/8. Relative to hundredths, eighths are what? They're huge, aren't they? You're missing one huge piece here, and you're only missing one tiny little piece here.
Oh, wow.
So the 99 hundredths must be bigger, right?
Oh. No, because seven.
All right, hold on. I don't think I can actually do what I want to do, but I can do this. Let's do 2 circles. I don't think I can do. I know I can't do hundredths. So let's do 3. Let's do 3/4, and I think it goes up to 12. So let's do 11/12. So based on what you're saying, you are expecting these to be equal. So I'm going to write a question mark because let's see. Okay. Now let's break this into fourths. See that? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade in 3/4. Now my other one, let's break it into 12ths. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade in 11/12.
It's not the same amount. Well,
Which one's shaded in more?
11/12 because the pies are small. The little squares are
The
smaller.
pieces are smaller, right? So it's missing a small. Now imagine that all the way up to hundreds.
Oh my god.
Like it's practically all filled, right? Whereas our 3/4, not so much, is it?
Yeah, it's like if you took that
Right?
and said that.
You take this piece here of our 3/4, and you compare it to this one piece here of our 1/12, right? So clearly, it's not like this, it's like that, right? So the way this works is, for same difference, the larger numbers are the larger fraction. Now, where this gets a little bit more confusing for kids is when where this can be a little bit more confusing is when we start to not deal with just one piece missing. So, for example, choose ones that I can draw out. Let's do 3/5 and 9/11. Now, how many pieces are missing here?
No,
Missing 2 pieces. How many pieces are missing here?
2.
That's the same difference, right? 2 pieces missing on both problems. So now when I go to draw my picture,
9/11 is greater.
9/11 is going to be greater because I just gave you the rule. But what I want to do is I want to show you that it does actually work. Okay?
Even though that's greater, the other one has a bigger, so it's actually less instead of greater. Which is hard to explain.
There's our fifths. It looks like a person. So there's their head, their arms, and their legs.
I know.
Where's the legs?
It has a bent back.
Doesn't need a head.
Where's the legs?
All right, let's go to 11s.
Oh, there it is.
Real, it's
All right.
real.
That's
Now, let's shade in our 3/5, right? So 1, 2, 3. Oops, got a little bit too far. Took away a little too much. And then let's do our 9/11s. And when you see it being filled in, you can see, right, that
Huge difference.
those two pieces there are smaller, right? So that means that more of this whole thing is being filled in. So 9/11 has to be bigger. If I were to pull those two pieces out, I mean, look at them compared over here, right?
Two of them just fit into one thing.
Not really.
Yeah. Two of
Actually,
them fit into one thing.
there you go. There you go. There you go. And I can slide that right up in there, right? So we can see that, yeah, it's almost exactly the same size. So that this whole piece right here is actually what makes this here. So now, let's go even further to one that I can't actually draw out for you. And still thinking about same difference. Now if I were to do 9/15, which is a difference of 6, and 21/27, which is a difference of 6. Boom. 21/27 is going to be bigger than 9/15. Why? Because the larger numbers are the larger
Because
That's
fractions.
not a trick.
It's the bigger
This
fish.
is known as the same, but it has to always be the same difference.
The one that looks like the largest number is actually